and welcome to all of our Gold viewers from around the world. I'm Kristen Schwartz, licensed midwife and MC here at Gold. And today I'm chatting here with Carol Smyth, who is going to be one of our presenters at the upcoming GOLD Lactation Online Conference. Welcome, Carol.
Hi, Kristen. It's lovely to be here with you.
It's lovely to have you here. So yeah, we want to jump into the presentation and in just a little moment here, and of course into the conference as well. But first of all, where in the world are you located? I always find it fascinating that we can be all around the world and learn together and from each other and with each other in one environment. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, so I'm in Northern Ireland, so quite far away from you.
Absolutely, and that's fantastic. That's beautiful. So I assume you still have a little wintry weather there.
Yeah, it's actually very cold today. It's quite icy today. So yeah.
Goodness, yes. Wonderful. So okay, you are in Ireland there. Now let's also talk about your professional background. Give us a little overview on your professional journey as well.
Yeah, so I'm an IBCLC and I work in private practice, and then I'm also a CBT therapist. So I have a mix of both public work and private practice. So I tend to try to combine those a little bit in my lactation consultancy work, so that I can bring a bit of that CBT counselling into my work there as well.
Beautiful. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, it's good to have you. I mean, you sound very well rounded with your background there. That's probably wonderful for the families that you serve, and also connecting with other lactation professionals as you're doing here through the GOLD platform, of course. And you are part of the GOLD conference here, the GOLD Lactation Conference. We'll get started in it's just a little bit around the corner. It's not that far away anymore. And your presentation is very interesting. It's about what does breastfeeding mean for fertility? And I, as a midwife, have to tell you, I'm really, really excited about this topic. So tell me, how does this topic become of interest to you? How did you think, okay, we need to talk about this?
Yeah, well, really through lived experience. I have two children, and I was very, very lucky. I got pregnant very easily. I had a very straightforward pregnancy and birth. Feeding was very straightforward, and I fell in love with it, and so ended up feeding him into toddlerhood. And because I fell in love with it, I started to get very involved in lactation support. I wasn't an IBCLC at that time, and so I just entered this whole new world of people who were getting pregnant while they were still breastfeeding their baby, and they were tandem feeding and all of that. And so I just assumed that it was going to be like that for me. It had been very easy the first time, it was going to be easy the second time, and that's not what I found was the case for me. My period didn't arrive back when I expected it to. It took a lot longer, and it was much more difficult for me to get pregnant than I thought that it was going to be. And when I hit problems like that, what I tend to do is scour the research. So that's what I did. I went in and I started looking at all of this. And I found that, I wasn't finding blogs. I wasn't finding, breastfeeding websites that were about this. I was having to go and look at the research. So I pulled a lot of it together, and I started putting blogs together myself about it. And as I did that, I started getting more and more people who were contacting me saying, thank you for putting this together. Now I can understand what's going on. How might I make some changes to my feeding pattern? How might that change my fertility? And so that's how it came about. And I am very excited to be able to share it at GOLD.
And it's fantastic that you do, because you're absolutely right. There isn't that much information or research. Oh, well, information, you see people talking about it on social media and talking to each other, but evidence-based information is really hard to come by. A good structured information, and it's a lot more nuanced than people think. Sometimes we think, like, we were taught, when you nurse, when you breastfeed, you can't get pregnant right away. Well, that's not necessarily true like that. There's not like a blanket. I have met clients who were pregnant quickly again, and not anticipating it, because they said, like, I didn't know I could get pregnant. And then you have your situation where you thought, you see people tandem feed, and yeah, that's, that's the way it is, and I'm gonna get pregnant. And it's not happening like that. So there is
Yes.
a lot more to it. It's not just like, as easy as we might think it is. And there's a lot of misinformation or misunderstanding, not enough information. So I'm really, really glad that you're shining some light on the topic here for us.
Yes, there's such a massive amount of variation. I mean, as you say, some people can be exclusively breastfeeding a very young baby and still get pregnant. And some people find that their fertility just doesn't return until they're, maybe two years postpartum, and that they have to make quite a lot of changes. They have to very significantly reduce down the amount of feeding that they're doing in order to get pregnant again.
Yeah, there is a lot to it, and it's not an easy one fits all for sure.
It's not, and it can be difficult both ways. So getting pregnant when you didn't mean to is obviously it's a really difficult situation to be in, but it's also really difficult for someone who's feeding into toddlerhood, who feeding is a really big part of their parenting journey.
Absolutely.
But maybe it's something that's also stopping them becoming a parent again.
But then let's think about also of the other situation that, sometimes women are, or, birthing persons are being told, or parents are being told, oh, if you want to get pregnant again, you have to stop breastfeeding, which isn't true either. Right. Yes. I mean, we have seen that too, that, they come to our practice and say like, oh my goodness, I'm not ready to stop breastfeeding. I want to breastfeed more. But I was told to stop, and which is not right either. So it's so much, we have to consider here.
Yeah. And I think that's just the very easy answer to give people, isn't it? If they're having any problems conceiving, the easy answer is, oh, well, just stop breastfeeding. And that might be an easy answer for, that professional to give, but that's not an easy answer for the parent.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. So Carol, I'm excited that you're coming here to GOLD and presenting on this topic, a very important topic. Your presentation will be live on April 17th. I'm so glad you're doing this. I can't wait for it. So thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to this.
Thank you, Kristen. I'm looking forward to it too.
And now for our viewers, if you would like to find out more about this presentation, about Carol, and about all the other presentations of the GOLD Lactation Online Conference, we invite you to visit goldlactation.com. As I mentioned, we get started on April 3rd. We have our opening keynote presentation that is open access and free of charge. So make sure you sign up for that one, and then join us for the entire conference and spend that time with us learning here together from professionals from all around the world. Thank you again, Carol, for sitting down here with me today. And thank you everyone for watching. Bye-bye, everyone.